G'day, welcome to the first episode of the case study series. Today we're going to be looking at the Tempest and specifically at the cockpit and the weapons bay. The following is a build sequence of a 132 scale limited run kit. These kits are actually really good, even though some of the exterior has some fit issues. The actual extra goodies that you get is really good. So you get a lot of extra resin, the cockpit detail is fantastic, and also it has a lot of other enhancements. So there's a lot of value for money. But it does require a little bit more skill and a little bit more patience to build these. One item which you may encounter in some kits is decals for instrument panel. I must say I'm not a terribly big fan of these because they can be quite fiddly and quite difficult to place. But sometimes they can actually give a better outcome than some of the photo etch equivalents. Just because the lines and the instruments are a little bit crisper, sometimes the photo etch can be a bit pixelated. But certainly lining them up with the holes, and because there's a lot of raised detail, the actual decal being a flat surface doesn't always want to sit down properly. Even with setting solution, it can actually be problematic. And I would say it's probably one of the most difficult decals to apply in any scenario. One of my favourite upgrade options is resin gun bays. These can really give a little bit of life and vibrancy to an area that's normally quite devoid of any kind of spectacular detail other than the paint job and rivet detail of the wing surface. So having a few panels opened up in the middle of the wing has always been something that I've really enjoyed when I'm viewing other people's models, and so putting one in every now and then myself. Mind you, it is a lot of work, but when the actual gun bay comes with the kit, such as the special hobby kit, why not? You can't really go wrong. So again, here's the following painting and weathering sequence for a gun bay. Remove the panels off the top of the wing. Once that's done, it's actually only half the job, because then you need to test fit. Now in this particular instance, I had to trim away very heavily along the edge of the gun bay at a 45-degree angle. This took a lot of work, and as you can see, it wasn't entirely perfect. There were a few gaps, because it's difficult to match every single part of the resin gun bay to the contours of the wing. But this is easy fixed. All you need to do is put a little bit of putty to make sure that you cover over all the gaps. You can see that it's not exactly a snug fit. There is a bit of a gap and there is a little bit of resistance, and I did have to remove some of the resin underneath. However, with sufficient glue and clamping, you can get all the parts down and to fit in place. Just make sure though that when you're test fitting that there isn't any significant obstruction that prevents the wing from actually going down, and that there aren't any unnecessary bumps in the contours of the wing. In the following sequence, I mate the two halves together. If you want more information about this process, this is clearly explained in the first episode. That's all for this episode of Scale Model Cinema. I hope you enjoyed it and will join us again in the future. Check out other videos at scalemodelcinema.com. Cheers.